Hello and welcome to another episode. I am Emmanuel. I am with the Delaware Developmental Disabilities Council. Today we are back with another episode of our special series called Meet the Council. This is the platform where we introduce you to another member of the Delaware Developmental Disabilities Council. I'm excited tonight to be here with Miss Laura Greene. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So, Laura, we have been trying to do this. I'm excited to finally sit down and have a conversation with you. But before I do that, let me remind everyone, if you have not already, please make sure you subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you never miss an episode of the Let's Talk About It video series. So, Laura, let's hop right into it. My first question is, how did you hear about the Delaware Developmental Disabilities Council?
I heard about the council when I was called in to provide CART for one of the events they held one summer. And CART stands for Communication, Access, Real-Time Translation.
And short term that would be closed captioning.
Yes,
Sort of like with go ahead.
it's also known as closed captioning, yes. But it's in person, so that's a little different.
So it's like live closed captioning.
Correct.
So we get to see you kind of working behind the scenes.
Yes.
Sounds awesome. Sounds awesome. So Laura, tell me a little bit more about yourself, such as your education, your career, and a little bit about your family.
My education is that what I said, the CART providing. So when I graduated high school, I decided to go to court reporting school. Court reporting and CART providing is essentially the same thing. It's just applied in different settings. I also have dabbled in broadcast captioning. So if you've ever seen live television, like the news or a sports game, and you see live captions come, or you have the captioning turned on your television. That is one of the things I do, as well as in person, which is the CART that I said before. As far as my career, I have branched out and started my own company called Mid Atlantic Captioning. And in my family life is just me and my son and our 3 dogs.
Wow, small but mighty. Small but mighty. That's amazing. It sounds like you enjoy the card services closed captioning journey. Never would have thought you had to go to court reporting school. But that's a good little twist. I'm sure that experience was a good experience, but another experience with all in itself. So
hmm
thank you for the work that you do to ensure that all people have access to information. So my next question is, um, what made you join the council? Because I know you heard about it as you were providing services for us, but what made you say, "Hey, I want to join this council and be a voice for people with disabilities and their families?"
I was actually invited or encouraged to join directly via the staff. And once I found out that was an option, it just seemed like a no brainer. Like, why not be on the council? I'm the exact type of person who speaks to that community having a disability. So it just made sense.
Wow. Well, so you said you were invited. Did it take a invite, or did it take some convincing, or you just was like, I'm all in?
I'm generally all in unless it sounds like a bad idea. Even when I don't know what I'm getting myself into, I have a life philosophy of, just kind of roll with the punches because you never really know what one door will open for another. And every experience is a learning experience, whether it's good or bad. And I've learned tons of things that I didn't know that I didn't know by being on the council and just being exposed to all the knowledge that they have access to.
Wow. So just being at the table, you've been able to learn a lot,
Exactly.
information and be involved. That's amazing. Sounds like we're doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing, is bringing that information to people. So that's good to hear. So how long have you been on the council?
To tell you the truth, I don't remember. It's been some years now.
So time is flying by when you're having fun. That's what it sounds like. Um,
Definitely.
if you had to guess, what how many years would you say?
I want to say, if I had to guess, probably 2015, if not a little bit before then.
Wow, so
Maybe
you're not a rookie anymore.
not anymore.
You're not a rookie anymore. So that's amazing. What why is it important for individuals with disabilities to be part of this council?
Well, they have a saying, nothing about us without us. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of the other members didn't also throw that out there, but it's 100% true. If this is your community and people are making decisions based on things that will affect you, you honestly have an obligation or a moral obligation to be seen and heard. Otherwise, everything is just for naught. People will make decisions for you that might not be the best decision for you.
Right, absolutely. And I want to know what decisions are being made. you
Correct.
know, speaking of court reported school, I may want to object. To those decisions or to those things that are being discussed, I may want to object. So it sounds like
Mhm.
being at the table gives you the opportunity to object, but also add value to that conversation.
Correct.
So, Laura, we've been talking about you joining the council and being on there for over 5 years. Uh, what would you say to a someone who is thinking about joining the council, and they're on the fence and they are maybe even be afraid? If you had 2 minutes, what would you say to them to help them understand that it's important that they be at the table?
I think what I would say is, you, as a person with a disability or advocating for a person with a disability, you're going to have to advocate regardless. If you're on the council, you kind of have first dibs on knowledge about things you otherwise might not ever encounter and go your entire life without. So we have access to information about all types of services I had never even heard of prior to joining the council, events that are out there that, you know, regular Joe Schmo might not ever get a chance to know about because they don't leave their home. Some people with disabilities don't get a chance to leave their home. And if they do, they might be rushed and they don't have access to hearing everything that's going on out there. Delaware is already a small state. While things can circulate quickly, it's usually a lot slower than that. So just having access to information is more than invaluable.
Wow, wow. If I wasn't already a full time employee, I would with just those 2 minute invite, I would say, okay, sign me up. Sign me up. So Laura, before I wrap this up, thank you for taking a moment to spread a light on the council, but also tell us a little bit about yourself and it's people like you that keep the council going and really make people like me who work at the council, who had the pleasure of being a member for a year before I got the opportunity to apply and got in. But it makes our job easier when we have people who are involved and who are connected and who don't mind speaking up. So
Absolutely.
thank you for that. And with that being said, I will be adding in the description of this video for our fellow Delawareans the application to apply for boards and commissions for the council. The council is an appointed position, which means that you have to be appointed by the governor to be on the council. And I will put that description. And even though you have to be appointed to be a member, I must also say that you don't have to be a member to join our meetings. You do have to be a member to have voting rights. But we encourage the public to be part of that conversation. So I will be adding that in the description. Laura, thank you again for being here. Until next time, this has been another episode of Meet the Council. Let's talk about it. Special series. I kind of said that backwards, but it's all good. Um, if you have not already, again, subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you never miss an episode of Let's Talk About It. Until next time, stay safe and wash your hands.